I'm Stephanie. Welcome to Fiction Files. This is the playlist where I talk about all things writing, and today I'm going to be talking about how to avoid burnout when participating in a writing challenge. Originally, this was going to be more specific about avoiding burnout during NaNoWriMo, or National Novel Writing Month. NaNoWriMo is a nonprofit organization that supports writers. The main event is the challenge to write 50,000 words in November. It's a great way to throw yourself headfirst into a new writing habit and hold yourself accountable for making progress on a novel that you're writing. But based on some allegations and things happening with the organization, I don't think I'll be participating this year. I don't exactly love their position on using AI or the hints that certain people aren't able to write a book without AI. There's already adaptive technology for those who need it, and to imply some people couldn't possibly write a book without AI doing it for them is not something I agree with. People can use whatever tools they want to, but my feeling on it is that writers actually enjoy the writing process, as frustrating as it can be sometimes. They don't want to use something AI generated. They want to write it themselves. Even worse, there are allegations of forum moderators and some inappropriate behavior and conduct, as well as allegations of abuse of power. From what I've seen from others covering these topics, NaNoWriMo is having some serious issues and made some very poor choices with who is running the show there. But, of course, they made sure to ask for donations and support when sending out the apology email. I actually laughed when I saw it. It was pretty audacious. Not a great time to ask for money, my guys. So, like I said, I don't think I'll be participating in NaNoWriMo. Every writer has to make their own choice, but that doesn't mean I won't be writing in November. I'm just going to set up my own writing challenge, and I can repeat it again in 2025 whenever I want. If you want to set up your own personal writing challenge and commit to a writing sprint, here are some things you can do to avoid burnout. Outline ahead of time. It can be really fun to just jump right in and write like a madman as you get your novel down on paper. But I've found without having an outline or a general direction of where the story is going, I'll be writing, and then realize I've written myself into a plot hole or have run out of steam. I don't know what should come next, but I'm still on the hook for about 1,700 words to write that day to meet my goal. Then I'm suddenly stressed. Will this work in my story? Should I just power through? Should I just write whatever comes to mind? Do I fix what I've written before? It can cause a spiral and put me off track, and then that stress just snowballs and derails every writing session. Having an outline can guide each writing session and ensures I end the scene or chapter I'm working on in a good place. That sets me up for success the next day, as I know exactly what I have to write. I like using the Save the Cat Writes a Novel beat sheet, as it outlines the 15 major beats in stories, but leaves some flexibility between the beats for creativity. Build buffer time into your plan of attack. If you're following the NaNoWriMo method, the goal is about 1,700 words a day, 1,667 to be exact. The event does encourage you to write daily, but it's not necessary. Perhaps you know Saturdays are not going to work with your writing schedule, so you might plan to write more Monday through Wednesday to accommodate. Make a plan and create a word count goal that works with your schedule based on when you can write. A good way to identify ideal times to write is by doing a time audit. Keep a log of what you do each day and how much time you spend doing it. I'm appalled when I run time audits and realize that I've just watched 4 episodes of Forensic Files instead of doing something more productive with my time. There's about 2 hours I could have spent doing something else. When you know when you'll be writing and how many words to write in each session, you should add some buffer time to your schedule. We can't just stop our lives while doing these writing challenges. Things will come up or take precedence over this challenge. Give yourself some buffer room or plan for catch-up days so you're not stressing out if you get off pace. Keep up healthy habits. Burnout is both mental and physical. Take care of yourself during a writing sprint or challenge by eating well, drinking plenty of water, getting enough sleep, and exercising. I swear I can write the best scene ever in my head when I'm on the treadmill, but as soon as I sit in front of my computer, the words refuse to come together. Keep up healthy habits so you'll have the energy to carry you through the writing challenge. Get hyped. Make your daily writing practice something fun and something you look forward to. Plan some prep time to get into a productive headspace, whether that's by tidying the kitchen beforehand so you're not distracted by the dishes, going on a walk to get your blood flowing and maybe those creative juices going. Listen to music that hypes you up, or plan to save a specific treat for your writing session so you're eager to get to it. Stop while you're ahead. We've all heard the advice to quit while we're ahead, and it can apply to your writing. Stopping when you could keep writing means you'll probably be able to jump back in next time you open your manuscript, and you'll still have some leftover steam. You'll have something to look forward to working on. You know where your story is going. Now, there is the inverse of this tip that says you should keep writing so you lessen your word count day by day. Be honest with yourself and choose the path that works for you. Are you a sprinter or a marathoner? Would you rather chip away at your goals super fast while you have the energy, or take the slow and steady route? There's no wrong choice. Do not edit. Just write, write, write. Write like no one is reading, because no one is. This is just the first draft. It is going to be messy. It's going to have wording that you might not love. If you can't think of the right word or are worried about research, make a note of it and move on. Keep going. Don't let yourself get derailed and waste your time editing or researching instead of contributing to your word count. This is just the first draft. Write a scene that doesn't belong. Starting can be the hardest part. You've got your outline, you've got your piece of cake waiting as a reward for writing, but the cursor just blinks. The keys aren't clacking. The words just aren't coming. A trick I've learned to help me get into the creative flow and get words counted is to write a scene I know won't be in the final draft. It could be a date night scene between two characters, an action scene, a conversation about the past. Whatever it is, there's no pressure, as I know this scene means nothing. It's just to get my mind focused on the characters and story, and then I can start working on scenes that do count. But I still get to count those words, and the pressure has been erased. And a reminder, this is just a draft. Take breaks. Taking care of yourself is more important than this challenge. It's meant to help you focus and commit to getting your novel written, but it's not deciding the fate of the world. Listen to your body and your brain. If you're exhausted and burnt out and just going through the motions to meet an arbitrary word count goal, stop. Know your limits. Take a break. Reset. Your novel will still be there when the writing challenge is over, but you need to make sure you're in a good place to pick it back up. This is a challenge, but it should also be fun. If you are miserable and typing just to get something on page, it's going to suck the joy out of writing. And that is so not the point. If you're dreading every writing session, it will show in your writing. Be proud of what you've accomplished. You should be proud of putting your mental and physical well-being first. Your writing will only be better because you took care of you. Writing is hard, but it's also amazing to think about the world and characters you're creating and bringing to life. A writing challenge is a great way to force start a new habit or give you something to laser focus on. Have fun. Let your passion take control. And remember, it's just a first draft. It doesn't have to be anywhere near perfect. What other tips do you have for avoiding burnout during writing challenges? Share your tips in the comments. Thanks for watching Fiction Files.